Hello friends, welcome back to Surya Chess. Today we have professional chess player from Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, Santosh. He's having a FIDE rating of 1246 and he has started his chess journey from his ninth of class. So welcome Santosh on channel. So can you just tell us more about how your journey began to the chess and all?
Yes, sure. I started my chess in the year in my ninth standard. I
Mhm,
played my first federated tournament in Visakhapatnam Swarnabharati Stadium.
mhm,
So I had defeated four of the rated players. So I have got a rating of 1246. It's
mhm.
actually a low
Okay.
rating.
Yeah, means it's not a low rating for me. We are also having a 1300 10 rating on chess.com. As compared to that, the FIDE rating is always good, and you played the tournaments, so that is the good thing for us, and you own the tournaments as well, so that is the very good for our viewers also. We can learn something from you. So
We can improve our rating points by playing
correct,
more FIDE rating tournaments.
correct. So yeah, how you are means. Can you just tell us how you got the FIDE rating? What is the procedure and all?
Actually, if we defeat any of the two rated players,
Mm-hmm.
and we can and another two draw also, we may getting the basic rating of above 1100.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So basically, to get the FIDE rating, first you need to register with the FIDE website,
FIDE
where you
ID,
need to take the
yes.
membership, right? And then you need to play the tournaments where you have to play with the rated players, and the result, based on the results, the average will get calculated, and you will get the rating, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's start the game. I'll send you the match invite. Check if you have received it, and you can
Yes.
mute yourself then, and then we can continue. Okay. So guys, we have started with our standard opening, which is my favorite from white side. So last time we played one game only, and he's a very good player. So I don't know what is the result going to happen, but we have the professional player on our channel, and he has played many tournaments. I have seen his resume where he won a lot of tournaments. So let's see, it's going to be the good learning for us. Just hoping not to do any blunders. He's playing very fastly, so at this point, okay. Shall I go? Pressure further is okay. Let's go with the basic stuff. The idea is the knight can jump in, and there will be the pressure onto the f3 square. So we should always look for it. And now it's attacking this pawn, so you need to be defend the c4 pawn at the moment. So I just defended it with the b3, but I am weakening the complete what my pawn structure now. This may possible to come. Okay. Can I go like this and eventually that is the whole idea of being played. So what we can play here, guys? I'm not getting idea at the moment. Let's go with the attack. It's uh, it's aware of the attack coming, the battery of bishop and queen. He may push the pawn further. Okay, he is also coming towards the attack. he will not capture it because that is going to be the blunder. He is aware of it and he's playing good moves here. Shall I give up my bishop here? I don't know what is going to happen, so let's see. All right, so now I need to defend the f square because the idea is now most probably he's going to he is thinking to I'll capture it, because if it's capture and knight may jump here and that will be some sort of attack towards my king, which I don't want. And when you are accelerated position, you should not exchange the bishops directly. You should allow them to capture first. So let's see how the game go. This is not a good move which I played, but I was not getting any idea what to play. So that's why I thought, just to play the moves. I don't think there is some attack coming at the moment towards me. It's defended twice, so I can go. Now if you play this move, there will be no blunder as such, but the check is coming. I'm allowing the check on h1. So the idea is now I'm supporting the f3 square because the next idea is to come knight here, and that will be like a checkmate coming. So okay, let's see. This may be the mistake of playing or giving the chance to allow queen on the what we say. Okay, I'm just weakening the king's position here, and low on time as well. So not sure. It cannot be possible to come. He needs to go back, or either this square. So now he need to be careful, otherwise he will lose his knight on d7. So guys, so I'm just knight up here, guys. So I should have played the move. That will be the correct move, but okay, let it be now. Okay. So I don't know. He's going to capture the pawn here now. He's at the moment 2 pawn ups. Oh no, this is the blunder. This is the blunder and he missed it. With the time pressure, I should have exchanged the queens first. So it's capturing all the pawns, guys. If we exchange now, that will be the loss for me as well, because it's ultimately going to be the losing position. He's good in the end games, we can see now, because he has completely killed in the end. And I am also low on a time, so let's see. This is what the experience comes to the picture, you know, when you are having the experience with the end games specifically. Okay. Okay. I think it's lost on time then. Okay. Okay, let me just unmute myself. Where is this? Yeah, Santosh. So in the end, as everyone know, I'm not good in the end game. So you killed it in the end. So let's have the quick analysis of the game. At one time, you know, I did blunder my knight and you missed that. I'll show you.
Yes, yes.
I think on G4 square, there was an opportunity for you to capture the knight and you missed it. So, okay. So, I think this is the pretty normal stuff at this moment. Okay, here, you know, I think you are already aware of this, right? What is the idea of queen coming on the d4, right?
Yes.
Because my bishop is there and ultimately I won your g7 for the mate. And if any of the other amateur player, he might have, you know, when I given this knight, if someone amateur player like capturing the knight here, then that will be lost. So I was just hoping if you capture it, but I know that you will not capture it. And later on, I have just tried to, you know, give up and then just exchange the pieces here. So until now, this is only the normal position. Okay. This is the big blunder. Yeah, I can see.
Knight F5 is a good move.
Knight
for
F?
me. Knight F5 for me.
Ah, yeah. Here you are trying to give me the check.
Sorry, Knight H5. H4.
Knight H4. Yeah. Correct. Because I thought for this move, but I was thinking what to play, and I was trying to cover the f3 square. Let's see. This is the blunder. Okay, this is the big blunder. You can see it's completely showing the 8 for you, 8 plus. So that the best move is you should have gone to the g1 square, where you are supporting your both the squares which are eyeing by your opponent's queen. Okay, that is the first miss. It's you know, it's like danger attack coming when your queen is near to your king. then opponent's king, queen, then it's like you are playing some bad moves or mistakes going to happen. So here also, what is your idea? Means why you are not played this knight to h4?
I not after I did not see the move.
Okay, okay.
After moving the queen, I have seen.
Okay. So here also, I thought, I already calculated that you are going to come on h1. I thought to, just keep the king on the g1, but I thought that will be blunder something. So I said, let's allow your queen to come here. And maybe I thought, I can jump in with the knight, and later on, it's like your queen is going to be trapped here. That's what my plan. But that did not happen. You are you are like a very good player, so you played good at that time. So okay, here rather than playing on the f4, it's suggesting to go on the e3 to support this square again, and planning to make the another rook onto the, so double the rooks and attack coming towards the king. But here I was just thought, to just push your knight, and here itself I said, whenever you are pushing your pawns further, you are weakening your king, and eventually there are more chances to get trapped with the queen. So that's what happened here. Okay, here also I should have went for the queen exchange, but here you miss this. How you miss this? Or you know that I'm going to capture the knight.
Yeah, I missed this.
I have seen,
Actually, I
immediately I have seen this, and I said that let it, if you capture the pawn, that is fine, but I am going to win your knight, and eventually there will be some chances or hopes. But later on, oh, here also you have possibility to go. You should have blocked it
Yes.
with the knight. Okay. But it did not happen in the game, and here it's like a 4+ for me. And okay, here I missed to give the check first for you. Then what is the best move? It is suggesting to go on the g8. Okay, g8 or queen. So if your queen is coming, I was hoping, you will exchange the queens, and then it will be easier for me with the end game.
Yes.
But you are shuffling the queen very well, and you captured all the pawns, and then you exchange the queen. In the end, with the pawn, there will be a lot of pawns, in the millions of pawn I can say on the board. So okay, let's see what happened in the game. So this is also blunder. I spotted that later on. I should have played this move, and should not allow you for any further play, and this will be the best move in the game, and I should have easily won the game later on. But I missed this, and I played this move.
Yeah,
and
if I play here queen,
you
B1.
you also not played the b1. You have given me the check on the d1 square, and here I have played okay.
It's a win for you.
Here asking me to capture
Material.
first, and if you go like this, what is the best move? Okay, it's asking me to give the check first on f5. Okay. Then it will be like if you came here, I'll give you check first. You'll come back. I'll win some material, and if you capture here, I'll capture back. That will going to happen, and eventually the end game was good, but I was low on time, and I was not getting idea what to play and all. I was just simply wanted to exchange your queen, and here I thought queen can jump in, and that will be the mate stuff, but it did not happen, because here I was just thought that you will play some continuous check, and there will be some perpetuals and all. So that was the idea, blocking me to go inside the 8th rank. So okay, here I missed. You also missed this. Here after playing this, I said that
Yeah,
I did blunder, and you can simply capture my knight. And later on, it's just a part of some movements. But here still it is showing me 8 plus. I don't understand this.
It's because for the material game, we have knight.
Hmm. But it's how can I give you the check on the achha, you given me the check on d1. I need to go to the
You can
g2.
play knight.
No, it's saying me to go to knight king on g2, and then it's h5. Okay, h5 stuff, and then queen on e7. So that will be the winning position for me. If you come like this, I'll give you check. You need to go back, check, and wherever you are going, it's going to be the checkmate happening soon. So, but yeah, I also missed that, because that's what we are learning here. Whatever we are missing in the end game, you played very well. Just to show you guys, he played very well. Here it's showing me the 7 plus, but I did miss that completely, and he just capturing, and he did captured all the pawns in the end. And here also I have given the chance of capturing the one more pawn, and later on he exchanged my queens, and then it's just a matter of movements where there will be the soon checkmate coming. So Santosh, it's really nice to play with you and learn some end game lessons with you. So what do you want to say before closing the video?
It's a very good game. It's very interesting. I would
Yeah.
like to play another game.
Okay, we can play. Let's close the video and then we can play. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Do like, share, subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Bye Santosh.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys.